The good guys always get away at the last minute. All people have good in them. The 6 o'clock news will keep me in touch with the world. And in the end, everyone will live happily ever after. These are the rules that I felt comfortable with. I guess you can only envision these rules when you grow up in a country that is part of the richest 1% of the world. For the first time in my life, I feel rich. It sounds silly now. I think it's important to remember the good. There are more moments to reflect upon and smile than I have people to listen to me. At the same time, I left home to become uncomfortable, to see as much of the world as I possibly could in 100 days. Cambodia is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. It's also one of the scariest. I no longer see people as inherently good. The good guys don't always get away, and everyone didn't live happily ever after. But will I ever be able to forget what I saw? I hope not. It's so easy to become wrapped up in my life. Graduation coming up, distractions. Who am I kidding? The truth is that it would be so much easier for me to forget than to do something. I could go home and pretend that the world around me resembles It's a Small World at Disneyland. Smiling people, new cultures, tastes, colors. I especially loved the colors. I remember when we boated down the Mekong River. We docked at shore. As we walked through the boat, I saw life rings on the wall. I remember thinking, how can life be protected at the same time as disposed with? Were life jackets on boats 30 years ago? Were people protected from the possibility of an accidental boat capsizing at the same time as millions of other people were taken away to be murdered? How is it possible to do something so evil, so awful? You know, I can't even think of a word that describes how I feel. Mad? Sad? Yeah, I'd say both. Also, astonished. The Cambodian people are so strong. How is it possible to be that strong? I guess things could get better. Actually, I wasn't there long enough. I really only know that I don't know anything. I guess I could say that I felt something. The world is like a caste system. We were all born into what we have. Our histories determine what chances we'll be given before we can even speak. The only difference with India's caste system is that they live with it on the outside. We deny that ours exists. I'm not sure which is worse. India was another world. It was as if everyone played by a new set of rules. The men wouldn't talk to us. Rickshaw drivers seemed more comfortable driving into oncoming traffic than in their own lanes. Everyone wanted something from me. Money. The kids begging on the street didn't seem like kids. They didn't have that excitement in their eyes, only stress. I wanted to tell them not to worry and just to be a kid, like my mother used to say to me. I couldn't say it to them. How can I tell someone not to worry if they can eat that night? The kids begging in these countries are smart, but they use it in other ways. Instead of getting an education, they are taught how to manipulate the tourists. Step 1, 2, or 3. Hand to the mouth, hungry. If they speak English, they befriend you for a few minutes before asking for money. If that doesn't work, wipe the tears from their sad eyes. I never saw actual tears, but I saw the desperation behind them. I just wanted to tell them, please, just take the banana and eat it. Not only for your sake, but for mine also. Soon I'll be back in California. I can't go home and forget what I have. I can't be okay with being comfortable. I need to push myself and figure out what this all was for. Most of all, I can't forget them.